Today I'm working on the Boyson reed valve conversion for a standard CT manifold right here. Here we have standard cage, CT cage, and this is the cage holder. What this does, once the reeds are on, it'll fit right in here like this. Now, I've had some people ask me, and these are two of the Boyson reeds, right here and right here, the original size. I have to get these reeds down to this size, or for instance, like that, on each side. People have asked me, well, what kind of Boyson reeds do you use? I use a standard size for 125, and I don't, it's just, with Boyson, all you have is a model number. You can't say, okay, I need such and such measurements, because they don't have that. But this is the number of the reeds that I'm using. Here is the, excuse me, I got the sun in my eyes. This is the number that, for that. When you get the reeds in, you get these two large reeds, and I want to show you how I make Boyson reed material for the CT manifold here. One thing, this, let's just do a little comparison here. This is your stock reed material that comes with the CT manifold. It's basically just a piece of plastic that looks like it's carbon fiber. The Boyson is a lot thicker. It's a lot better shape. And even though it's not made specifically for this CT intake, I'm going to design it to do that. I want to show you how here. First thing I do is, your Boyson will come with 3 holes. Now I've drilled 2 extra holes here, one to the left and one to the right of the original holes. I take the middle hole and I hold it onto the reed cage with one screw right here. Okay? Then I take a small drill bit right over here. I turn the reed valve upside down. Now make sure I get it flat and I get it tight where I want it. I turn the reed valve upside down right here, the cage, and I will drill a hole on the left, and I drill a small hole on the right. Now I do that with a smaller bit so I don't hurt the threads of the small screw-on holders, which these are called reed stops right here. Then what I will do is I will take these reeds, well, no, I won't take them off. The first thing I do, and I can show you on this other one right here if you'll notice, I think you can see in the light I've taken a black pen and I've gone all up and around the outside of the reed cage on this side, all the way to the top and all the way to the bottom here, to where I can get my outline of where I need to cut. And you have to cut these right on the nuts. What that means is, in American slang, is you have to get them perfect. They can't leak when you put them on the reed cage right here. When you put the reed valves on, they have to seal absolutely perfectly all the way around, from the top to the bottom to the sides. Then if you look at this one reed on the right, it's overhanging just a little bit. I did that on purpose just to show you that this will not fit in this cage right, or this holder right here. The reed valve has to be perfectly cut for the cage, then put in the enclosure without the sides right here, the reed hitting on the enclosure, or it won't open and close. And these are two Boyson reed material that I did 3 years ago, and they work really good. My only problem was I used these metal stops, which worked very good, except when they broke. And I don't know if they damaged the engine. So I can't use those right now. So my new design is going to be, instead of copying the reed valve material and the slit right down the middle here perfectly, I'm going to leave the reed in one piece and see if that works. And someone says, well, it's just a reed valve, why do you reed material, why are you spending so much money, why don't you use the stock stuff? The reason that we do it is that the Boyson reed material right here is $50 for 2 pieces. It's custom made, it's designed to flutter, open and close, open and close, open and close, hundreds, thousands of times, crisply every time. When you get up to 11 or 12,000 RPM or whatever the limit is on the reed material, what happens is you get a reed flutter. Every revolution of the piston means that it will suck in some, you can see it open there, it will suck in some fuel, and then it has to immediately close. Well, when you're at 11 or 12,000 RPM, if you have some weak reed material, it may not open and close as fast as you need it to. What it's called, it will flutter. If it flutters, what it means is the fuel charge will not be enough in the cylinder, and also when the cylinder closes, it may not have closed the reed valve enough and pushed some of the charge back up into the carb. That's the theory anyway. So that's where I'm at right now. I gotta go get a shotgun. I got a dog problem. DIOSpeedDemon, rock on.